Hey to everyone out there watching, it's JT from Keystone Crew Outdoors. Quick turnaround from Lake Murray to the Santee Cooper Lakes, but welcome back to Northeast Pennsylvania's #1 fantasy fishing show. Probably the only one still, but you know what, we'll take it. I hope you all had a good tournament. I feel rejuvenated a bit in Rapala Bassmaster Fantasy Fishing. I moved up about 20 percentage points, which made me feel really good. Here's a quick look at our Keystone Crew leaderboard for Rapala Bassmaster Fantasy Fishing. I finally cracked the top 10. First time in a long time that I can say that. And here's the Mercury Drain the Lake Challenge leaderboard for the Keystone Crew group. Those of you who like and subscribe to the channel, thank you for your continued support. As always, if you haven't signed up for fantasy fishing yet, you could sign up at bassmasterfantasy.com. After signing up, search the Groups tab for Keystone Crew and join up. Here's a quick recap of how the picks fared from the last event at Lake Murray. If you had a perfect lineup, it would have looked like this. John Cox finished 5th. Drew Benton finished 1st. Hunter Shyrock finished 2nd. Jason Williamson finished 9th. And Masayuki Matsushita finished 21st. Here's a rundown of my gut picks and how they finished. Brandon Cobb finished 6th. Jonathan Kelly finished 46th. Austin Felix finished 17th. Brandon Palaniuk finished 36th. And Matty Wong finished 40th. Here's how the research picks fared. Drew Cook finished 7th. Patrick Walters finished 4th. KJ Queen finished 94th. Jacob Porosnik finished 47th, and Brian New finished 87th. So if you went with our picks, we had 2 in the top 10, so I think you'd be pretty happy with that. Porosnik's respectable with the 47th, but then we fell off a cliff with Queen and New. Winning weight was 87 even. I said 88.9, so we weren't too far off on that. Here's how the power rankings looked for the buckets A through E, and how our Drain the Lake finished. On to the Santee Cooper Lakes from Clarendon County, South Carolina, from April 27th through the 30th. Built in the 1940s, Lake Marion and Lake Moultrie make up the Santee Cooper Lakes. These lakes are connected by a canal called the Diversion Canal. Lake Marion is the larger of the two lakes, covering 110,000 acres, and Lake Moultrie covers 60,000 acres. Lake Marion, being the larger of the two, has the nickname of South Carolina's Inland Sea and has 315 miles of coastline and spans through 5 different counties. Last March, when the elites were here, Drew Cook won with 105 pounds. He sight fished his way to the win. Pretty much everything's in play at this point in the year with the fish migrating between shallow creeks and offshore areas. Alright, the reason you're all watching, here's our picks. We're going to start off with our gut picks first, and I'm not really going to even go with the percentage points this year because it's a quick turnaround and I want to kind of save some time. My gut picks were for Bucket A, Greg Hackney. Bucket B, Scott Martin. Bucket C, Seth Feider. Bucket D, Taku Ito. And Bucket E, Chad Pipkens. So just remember, I make those picks right when the buckets go out, and hopefully I hit on some of them. But here's the research picks, the ones that you guys actually should pick. I research the Bass Pundits articles, different videos that I watch, and everything like that. And I kind of power rank the top 5 anglers from each bucket, and that's how I get my picks. Bucket A, I've got Patrick Walters, Matt Airy, Carl Jochumsen, Drew Cook, John Cox. My pick's Greg Hackney. And the crew's pick is Patrick Walters. On to Bucket B. Steve Kennedy's my top-ranked angler there, followed by Luke Palmer, Scott Martin, Jay Shakurit, and Gerald Swindle. My pick, Scott Martin. Crew's pick, Steve Kennedy. On to Bucket C. Top-ranked angler, Brandon Palaniuk, followed by John Cruz, Wes Logan, Jeff Gustafson, and Matt Robertson. My pick, though, is Seth Feider. Crew's pick, Brandon Palaniuk. Bucket D, I'm going with Caleb Kuphall, Todd Outen, Caleb Summerall, Jason Christie, and Chris Zaldane. My pick was Taku Ito, and the crew's pick is going to be Caleb Kuphall. Bucket E, we have Matt Herren, David Williams, Chad Pipkens, Kyle Norsetter, and Clint Davis. My pick's Chad Pipkens. Crew's pick, Matt Herren. Tie-breaking weight, I'm going with 93 pounds, 6 ounces in this one. I don't know if we'll hit the century mark. I doubt it, but it is possible. It's not unheard of. I think we had 2 anglers hit the century mark here last year, but it was at different times. Okay, quick recap here. My gut picks: Bucket A, Greg Hackney. Bucket B, Scott Martin. Bucket C, Seth Feider. Bucket D, Taku Ito. Bucket E, Chad Pipkens. Crew research picks, Keystone crew picks: Bucket A, Patrick Walters. Bucket B, Steve Kennedy. Bucket C, Brandon Palaniuk. Bucket D, Caleb Kuphall. And Bucket E, David Williams. On to Mercury Drain the Lake. Lastly, here's my Drain the Lake picks. It's eliminations or survivor style game where you can only use an angler once all season. Once you use them, they're gone, done for the season. So pick wisely. In this one, I'm going with John Cruz, Steve Kennedy, Caleb Kuphall, Lee Livesay, Hunter Shyrock, Caleb Summerall, Patrick Walters, and Clark Wendland. That's a wrap up. That'll wrap it up for Santee Cooper. Good luck to everyone out there, and as always, I'll catch you next time.